How are you?
Good evening. I am doing great. Thank you. And what about you, ma'am?
I'm doing well, thank you. So, we are meeting for the first time. So, please introduce yourself.
Okay, so before introducing myself, I'd like to tell that I am very fortunate that you are you gave me this wonderful opportunity to for connecting to yourself. So that's
Thank
why
you.
I'm very fortunate, I would say.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
I had a wish that I should connect to you for having a conversation. Because many times ago, I just subscribe your subscribe your channel also. So that's why
Okay. Thank you.
I got to learn many things from your videos. So that's why I am overjoyed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm honored. Thank you.
Okay. So now I am going to introduce myself. So first of all, thank you very much for giving me this beautiful opportunity. So this is Bablu Kisku. I hail from Hooghly, West Bengal. And as far as my qualification is concerned, I have completed masters in English literature. And if I talk about my interest, I love to play cricket, football, and having conversation with different kinds of people. And by profession, I am a school teacher. So that's all about me. And thank you for asking.
Wow, you're a teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. Okay. So, would you like me to introduce?
Yes, ma'am. Please introduce
Okay.
yourself.
As you know, my name is Nootan and I'm from Mathura. I'm a homemaker and I have a YouTube channel. If I tell you about my qualification, then I'm graduate from commerce and I'm blessed with two kids. So this is all about me. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we are for the meeting for the first time. So I have a lot of questions to you
Go ahead.
also. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
So tell me, when did you start your speaking journey and learning journey?
See, speaking English has been my passion since my childhood. And if I tell you particularly my channel, so it's 3 years old. And my experience is like 2 years old, not 3 years old, because for 1 year I took a gap. I stopped all the things. I stopped. So 3 years back, I started my channel, making my own videos and uploading it on YouTube. Like was this, but talking about with myself, like talking about stuff, English stuff, and talking with myself, meaning doing self-talk. And I didn't have any environment, so yeah, I this was the only option I had left. So I used to talk, sitting in front of the camera and talking with myself. This I used to do, and I was regular that time. In 1 week, I used to make 5 or 6 video earlier. And second year I stopped. And third year again I started over, thinking that this much I could do. So again I started over. Again I making my own videos. And 4 months, I think it's been 4 months since when I got connected with these Skype group. There's like some groups. I'm one of the part of that group. So there I found so many people. So I can say just by speaking with people on every single day, talking again and again, like 3 to 4, 6 to 7, like was this. So I have achieved so much confidence. I have gained so much confidence just by speaking with people. So speaking really matters. Yeah. So this was my journey.
Okay, so earlier, did you take any coaching center or did you go to any institute for
No, no,
learning this?
no, never ever. I whatever like I am right now, I have done all the things by my own. So just by working on myself and speaking again and again and doing things for English to learn English language. So that's how. And I have become this personality.
Okay, so what's your native language?
Hindi.
Okay, so do you speak in Hindi or English at home?
Hindi, of course, Hindi at home, of course, Hindi.
Okay, so ma'am, do
Yes.
you teach spoken English in your site, online or offline? Do you teach?
Not offline, online. I have started taking class. It's been 1 month.
Okay,
Yeah.
and and also, do you like traveling?
I'm a homebody. I prefer staying at home.
Okay. So
I
have
like
you
being
ever?
myself.
Okay. Okay. So it's very good for your for practicing purpose also.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So if you have any specific question, feel free to ask me also.
Absolutely. You share please your journey, like how long have you been learning this English language, and what made you learn this English language, and who inspired you to learn this English language?
Okay, definitely, ma'am. I'm just sharing this, and if I talk about my speaking journey, I just started this speaking English language for 5 months ago. And if I talk about my learning, so since my childhood, I was very good at English subject as a subject. Okay,
Okay,
so at that time, I just took English as my favorite subject. So, and
okay,
I also used to focus mainly on grammar, writing, vocabulary. So that's why I'm very much good at those parts, reading, writing,
okay,
and vocabulary. But
okay,
I also neglected the speaking and listening parts. So that's why right now I'm just working on my speaking skill. And because you know that English is a global language and we have to
absolutely.
learn it. And, English is required everywhere, be it school or be it any college, universities, and everywhere. Whatever
Agree.
you just try to do for your higher studies maybe, or for the, going outside also, you can see that most of the if you go outside of our India, okay, and maybe inside in the southern part of our India, so there you will come across the people where they speak only English mostly. They don't know your native language, and you are not able to understand their native language. So English is such type of language by which everybody can interact with themselves. Okay, and so that's why I realized that I should work on this language. So that's why I just started speaking learning, and I just started working on my speaking skill. And day by day, I am also improving. Okay, so that's all about me.
Absolutely. Okay, nice,
And
nice.
also there are another reasons also that I am blessed with a son. Uh, he's 6.5 years old. I want to give him proper English speaking environment, and I want
Absolutely.
to for my personal growth also. I want to be the better version of myself, and I want to be very good speaker and very good teacher also. Come to spoken teacher, you can
Yes,
say. That's why
yes.
I I think I should work on this speaking skill.
Exactly, exactly. Okay. So I would like to know from your side, how much grammar is important, because there are many people they say grammar is not important to learn English and basically to speak English. Okay. But to my mind, as I think that grammar plays a huge role to speak English. Like
Yes.
when we know the grammar rules, so then we can be able to like frame sentences and all things. Okay. So I would like to know from your side a little bit. Then I will be saying.
Okay, so in my perspective, I would say that grammar is required at the initial stage because English is not our mother tongue; it's our second language. So, and most of the cases we don't have any English speaking environment. So at that
Yes.
time, we don't have any idea, don't have proper knowledge of basic grammar. Basic grammars mean tense, parts of speech tense, voice, modal, and article preposition. So if we don't know such types of basic grammar, so how can we converse with any other, and how can we make sentences? So basic grammar is
Absolutely.
required at the initial stage, but we don't give focus too much at the initial stage of on grammar. We should focus also as well as listening and speaking also. So it's
Absolutely.
my personal view.
And to become advanced speaker, I think, according to me, that we must know the proper grammar rules. Let's
Yes,
say, let's say for example, um, शायद मुझे पता होगा, सॉरी, शायद उसे पता होगा, शायद उससे पता होगा. So what is the meaning of this line?
शायद उसे पता होगा. Bengal. I I
Okay,
cannot understand properly.
let me clear this, let me clear this. शायद उसे पता होगा, she may have known that,
No, yes, yes, known
she
that.
may have known that.
No,
Okay, but there are many people, they say maybe she know that, maybe
yes,
she
yes,
know
no,
that,
no.
this they say. Okay, when you have to say like आपने देखा होगा, आपने देखा होगा. So what is the meaning of this sentence?
You might have seen.
Yeah, आपने जरूर देखा होगा, like it's might have seen, might is quite about when you are 20 or 30% sure, but you are, if
Yes,
you are like 99% sure, so there's must, so you must have seen,
must have
you
seen.
must have known,
Of
you
course.
must have heard, like with this. But people use like maybe you saw that, like maybe you know that, like with this. So this really,
Yes.
I think it's really important thing to know, and we must aware of these things as well. Like if you are heading towards to become an advanced speaker, so try to use these kind of patterns and structures as well if you really want to sound advanced. And yes, when you speak like such a way, like you are using so good grammar patterns and structure, then yes, you will sound professional, good, right?
Uh,
Eloquent
yes.
speaker. Yeah. So people, there are many people, they avoid using these kind of structures and all. Sometimes they use really simple and like crude way to speak and to convey their thoughts. So what's your take on, like we should use these kind of structures or not?
Yes, definitely, man. Definitely,
And we
we
must
should.
aware of these.
Yes, we must have must aware of these kinds of sentences structures also. And in order to be a very good speaker, very good, and in order to be proficient in this language, we must well aware of these kinds of sentence structures. Okay, so it's my personal view also.
Yeah,
And
because
suppose
it's not,
that
like a little bit like it's not a very less rules. There are so many, like ocean. It's we are totally filled with so many grammar rules and vocabularies. So when it comes to like take a deep dive into grammar, so there are so many things. Kind of ocean. It's in the form of ocean, but we need
yes,
to pick at least some pearls from that ocean, right? So that we could sound more like professional, not just professional, at least good.
and suppose that many learners also make these kinds of mistakes. Okay, and suppose that I'm telling you one Hindi sentence. मैं 5 साल से शादीशुदा हूँ. Okay, so if
Yeah,
you ask them, though I know that we will aware of this kinds of sentence.
yeah.
So of the learners, they just try to give this
They say
answer by
I'm
saying
married.
that
They said I'm
I
married.
am married for
I
five
have been
years.
married for five
So
years. I have been
I have
married for
to,
5 years. Yes.
so you have to well aware of these kinds of sentence. You have to
Yeah, and
know
it's
this sentence.
absolutely agree. And it's not about just, when it comes to like take a look and take a glance of grammar rules, then you are like, okay, these are rules and I'm to going to use them. I'm going to use them in when it comes to speak. But what about you're not speaking? When it comes to speak, you're not speaking. You're not using those rules. Okay. So I think it's of no use. It's futile. If
Yes,
you're
yes,
not using and you are not, taking it into the implementation in a practical way, you're not doing that. So I think it's hollow.
yes, definitely. And also,
Yes.
I also make mistakes, and I make myself understand that I have proper knowledge of everything of grammar. But in terms of speaking, I also make some kinds of silly mistake. By watching my own videos, I thought that why should I make this mistake? Okay, so sometimes I also make mistakes, but I know that I used to I at the initial stage I didn't focus too much on English speaking skill. So that's why. I'm sometimes also make mistake while speaking to somebody. Okay, but that's why I'm always keep on practicing on a daily basis for improving my speaking skill. Okay.
Absolutely, and we should do all the kind of speaking practicing. Like the thing is that the more we speak, the better we become. So yeah,
Yeah.
speaking matters, but what about using the grammar in a proper way, accurate way? This really matters. When we
Mm.
speak, so there should be a kind of precision, the clarity, the accuracy, how much
Yes.
authenticity in that in these like a kind of conversation you are like going to have with somebody a kind of conversation, so you have a precision in that conversation or not. Precision is all about grammatical rules and the mistakes you do or anyone make. Yeah.
And I have also problem at the initial stage also that in my area nobody speaks English and
Okay.
nobody doesn't have any idea. No, nobody does know the importance of English language, the power of English language. So that's why whenever I just try to speak English to someone, at that time most of the people just try to mock at me or just try to make fun of me at the initial stage. Okay, even
Okay.
this kind of situation always happens in my school also. Because
Okay.
most of the staff they don't try to encourage me while
Okay.
speaking to someone. Okay, so they
Okay.
always try to demotivate me. Some kinds of teachers also, I
They
would say.
have their mindset and perspective, that's all. Make us feel like belittling, that we are nothing, we are insignificant. They always try to undermine us. So it
Yes,
is
yes.
we need to give ourselves some good and positive affirmation that okay, whatever I'm doing, it's good, we are doing
They
good.
at that time keep on saying that you are going to show off your English. You think yourself that you are omniscient, you know everything. But it's not my mindset. I just want to improve. I just want to improve my proficiency this language. So that's why I'm keep on practicing. But they
Yeah.
cannot understand. What
Yeah,
should
and
I do?
as far as the mistakes are concerned, so the thing is, each and every person makes mistakes. Even I sometimes make mistakes, and the perfect person also makes mistakes. So the thing is that we should always focus on the good things, okay, not the mistakes. We should not pick such mistakes. We should try to avoid those kind of mistakes. Yeah,
And after making mistake, we should rectify our mistakes. But if we
absolutely,
can't mistake, how can we learn? How can we learn something new? Okay,
absolutely.
so
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
this should be embraced. I would say.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, then let's wind up the session because the video is too long.
Yes, yes,
If
ma'am.
you want to say, then please go ahead, or else we'll wind up the session.
No, no, ma'am. We will connect another time also. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, of course, of course. Okay,
So I
thank you
got
so
learn
much.
many things also from you. So I am also grateful to you.
Thank you, and it was really, really nice conversation with you. Thank you so much. Okay, bye
Thank
bye.
you very much, ma'am, for giving me your precious time. Bye.
Thank you. Okay, bye bye.